Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see...
Shot a goal! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous. Chance, surely! And it's in! 2, and we've barely begun here. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And this is Ibrahimovic.
Cambodia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, that's fabulous. No, he's had it taken off him. Fermin, renowned for his long-range shooting.
France definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Nicely aimed pass. Now that looks a decent ball. That is ended up in no man's land. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, this looks sharp. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Messi. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
France are totally dominant in the middle of the park. A no-way-through zone.
Camavinga. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Fermin. And it's Camavinga. Ball played for Xavi. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Biner. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. So, a temporary halt to the action. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here, but there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And we are back underway.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Rice. Xavi. No way through there. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. Alexander-Arnold finding himself in space. Schlotterbeck can get it clear. Now it's Lopez. Oh, that's a key interception. And this is Ronaldo. Now he's having a shot! Well taken goal. Just 1 in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Saliba. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Schlotterbeck did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's shifting through the gears here. Tries a shot! And a neat finish. 2 to the good. And they are purring. Absolutely purring. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when...
And the shot! They want to be... In he goes again! Oh, good finish! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Number 14, substitution for France, number 16.
So we have movement on both benches. Cambodia cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Tries to pass it through. Can he finish? And no mistake. And that was his 20th goal for this team. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
And here's Ibrahimovic.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's a pretty loose pass. Van Dijk clears.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Bergkamp. And this is Bergkamp.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's managed to get rid and reclaimed it in a trice. 5 minutes to add. Cafu. And there goes the final whistle. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. Luis Suarez, the man who spearheaded that famous front three, a striker who's achieved... And the finish! It's in!
Can you think of a better way to have started this game? Talk about how to stamp your authority on things. You've just seen it.
So that goal then?
Yeah, I think it was going to take something very special if the keeper were to get down and claw that out, Peter. It's a quality goal.
So, a breakthrough already... Oh no, what has happened here? Rodri. Rummenigge. Schneider. Vermeer. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Schneider. Schneider will not want... He's had a shot! And he's stuck it away! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So they have it all to do again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo. Chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
And this is Ronaldo. And a shot! Bergomi plays it all the way forward. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Well, that is one way to stop him. Messi. Bergomi tries to clear. Cambodia with the corner, there first. Ferdinand can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Hullet is fouled. Vieira is a perfect combination of brain and brawn.
Melbourne City really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
but with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Rodri. Bina. Bina. Looking for the run. Well read, and the danger is averted. Xavi. That's a good foray he's making. Messi.
2 added minutes has been...
And it's Lopez. Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. That's the end of the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Cambodia are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
He'll try from distance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Messi, can he get on the end of this? Thinks of Xavi! Now it's Luis Suarez. Alexander-Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's quick to get rid. And he's only too happy to take that back. Bina. Xavi. And it's Bina. Now it's Messi. He's got away. And Messi! It's a loose ball. And he's there to get it away.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 3, William Saliba. Number 18,
Paredes.
Alonso.
Oh, good ball! Strokes it back. Here's a chance!
17,
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Vinicius Junior.
Cambodia have their second corner now.
Number 8, Leandro Paredes. Number 6, Zielinski. Number 2, Robertson. Substitutions taking place.
Bergomi with the clearance. Good chance here! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Corner number 3 coming up. Thuram is there and he can get that clear. Melbourne City have the chance to go the other way. And here's Vinicius Junior, and that is expertly dealt with.
Cambodia really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he was quick to react. Fermin. Now, can they get him away? Messi! Another one of football's and how moments.
Unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Xavi. Now it's Bale. That is good alertness. 5 minutes left on the clock. And he's worked it through. And he's straight offside.
Substitution in progress.
Melbourne City are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. And he's quick to snatch it back. Alexander-Arnold kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
There will be 3 minutes added.
Bellingham, and that's a nicely shaped ball. Can he finish? He lifts the roof! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly.
But that signals the very end. Cambodia played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game, a game that began so promisingly from the Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it? The way he just seemed to sweep the opposition aside. Even traditional bogey teams were just powerless to resist him when he was on his game.
Yeah, and I remember one game against the boys from Madrid when that famous front three were simply unplayable. They each scored a goal, with Messi grabbing the last one to put the icing right on the cake.
Count. And he's intervened well there. Baina. And it's Xavi. And it's Lopez. Played out wide. It's Camavinga.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Always onto this. This might spell danger. Oh, the ball's run. Messi! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Baina. Cambodia still without a single shot on target. Camavinga. Can he get it through? He's onside! And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
Really well played. He read that perfectly.
Terrific effort! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Baina. Messi. Messi touches it back. Lopez. Shot at goal! And that's another fine save.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Cambodia with the corner. They're first.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Messi. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Baina. And Fermin. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Fermin. And it's Camavinga. Looking for the run. And he plays one through. Oh, he's been... Can he finish? He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Well, it's a fair try, but just off target. It's their second corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
There will be 1 minute.
Oh, good take in a good area. And here's Lopez. Looking for options for move. Can he finish? Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reach the halfway point.
Cambodia certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness, after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. The second half is up and running.
Cambodia clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Now it's Messi. He is through here. Tacho does really well there. He is strong. Camavinga scooting forward. And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, crossbar. Played out towards the right wing. And here's Xavi. There's the shot. He's got a goal! It is the pick-me-up they all longed for! Messi duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Cambodia are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Fermin receives it in a good position here. He's gone for goal. Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Black card. Number 9, Raul. Coming on the field, number 18, Owen. Number 23, Mateus.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Taken back almost at once. Mateus. That's a good ball. Finds himself unceremoniously floored.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, easy pickings there. He's gone direct here. No, he's had it taken off him. Now it's Messi.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, good effort. It goes to show he is human after all.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Chouameni, number 13, Kukcu. Coming on the field, number 2.
Now, can they get him away?
Number 21.
Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's got away from him. Owen! They want to be quick to recover this.
Added minute has been indicated.
He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy. You lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Paredes. Not too much more here than seeing our time. So that's it. It is all over. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Messi, voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
With the father of a boy
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway.
Lothar Matthäus is going to have a huge influence here, Peter.
Well, it's hard to argue with that. In any game at any time, he is as influential as they come.
Yeah, and he'll be right in the thick of it in the middle of the park, combining the roles of number 10, central midfielder, defensive midfielder. Sometimes he's even sweeper, so...
And Batistuta! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. And a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Messi. Messi. He's being urged to shoot. Cambodia are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Camavinga. Xavi. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Ronaldinho, he's having a pop! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Ronaldinho is offering a wry smile there.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, good climb! And he can thump it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Bina. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Batistuta. That is good progress on the left. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, important interception.
Cambodia certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And a chance! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Manchester United are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
There's a
quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Substitution in progress.
Away we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Van Bommel is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, there's a probing ball. Tries to pass it through. And he's taking no chances there. That's good play. Has a look and plays it forward. Xabi Alonso did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Xabi Alonso spots it and intercepts. Fermin. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Bina. Fermin. Xavi. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Otto cuts out the pass.
This is the time you need that pace.
Mateus. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shot a goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Substitution on the field. Number 17, Eduardo Camavinga. Number 7.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Manchester United find a position of real strength now. Oh, nicely intercepted. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Zielinski played with finesse. Nicely weighted ball.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Cristiano Ronaldo shapes to shoot. He's got a goal. This day becomes absolutely perfect. Utterly ideal. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Things looking so easy, almost. And the shot! Baina.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
2 added minutes has
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Van Dijk can get it clear. An instinctive delivery. And he's there to deal with it. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Cambodia cannot spin this any other way. They came up against the... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. Raya making his 300th appearance today. Just another reminder to those who missed the pre-game ceremonies. He's having a pop!
Oh, the ball's run loose.
And another try! It's there! And what a start!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Mirasol finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Zaire Emery. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Scholes. Well read, nice interception. Scholes. Cambodia leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Oh, he's bustling through here. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
Kimmich is behind this one. And this is Bergkamp. And the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Mirasol with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Kimmich goes short. It's a sweeping cross. And now they can spring out of defence. Kamavinga. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. And it's Bergkamp. Lacroix. Looking to play him in. Zaire Emery. Well timed, excellent interception. Messi. And this is Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Scholes. Mbappe. Bergkamp. Looking for the run. Dink through. He's in a great position here. Goes for a shot! He's got a goal! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Vermin. Xavi tries to pass it through. Zaire Emery gets across to intercept that. Neymar. Now it's Mbappe. That is good alertness. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And it's Lopez. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Bergkamp. Can he get it through? And this is Scholes. Scholes! Scholes! That's brilliant! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Not even a hint of hesitation.
And that is all they have time for. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Some first half thoughts?
Well, Peter, there's no doubting that the situation is quite bleak when you're not only losing but a man down as well. And while the break is most welcome in giving the opportunity for the players to regroup, there's no doubting that the next 45 minutes are going to be extremely difficult.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. Back on the way then.
Cambodia can really do with some big...
Tries a shot! And a neat finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
And he welcomes it in. And the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there.
Biner, and it's with the keeper.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Camavinga. Xavi. Camavinga. Nice looking ball. Ronaldo finding himself in space. Saliba. And it's Camavinga. And Fermin. And it's Xavi. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Messi.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bergkamp looking to be a menace in the final third. Zaire Emery. Looking for options for movement. Tries to play it through. Chance, surely! Oh, that could be pivotal! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Number 15.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Mirasol visibly comfortable, now up by 3. And that has been cut short. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And it's been played through. Oh, shooting chance! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Messi, Zielinski, Fernandez. The referee has given a corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. Bergkamp.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he's lost his man here. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
That's an imaginative pass. Oh, that was vital.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
This might spell danger. Corner number 2 then. Oh, a few ironic cheers tell the story.
Substitutions taking place.
Palmer. Rodri. Now it's Drogba. So that's it. It is all over. Cambodia illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing.
Please turn towards the screen.
Cambodia really did suffer for their lack of numbers here.
Well, to be perfectly honest, Peter, it was hard to see any other outcome. Ruthless opponents who were intent on exploiting their very obvious advantage.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. So there's Massimo Otto, bit of an unsung hero perhaps, but certainly an integral part of an Italy side that conquered the world and a European champion for his club.
Yeah, and he did all that by being the picture of consistency and hard work, the way he nullified the threat of some of the biggest names in the game during his heyday, and that was really impressive.
Yeah, I remember a lot of those performances really well. Otto. Now it's Rodri. And here's Beckham. And he is dashing. He's having a hit! And we have our very first corner. Got nowhere to hide after that one. And now they can spring out of defence. Camavinga. Nice looking ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Cannavaro. And here's Rooney. He's got away. That's tidy. Goes for goal!
Rooney clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Piqué cuts it out. Xavi.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that's gone loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cristiano Ronaldo! And he's quick to get rid.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And it's Xavi. Now, can they get him away? Platini is herring after that one. Fermin. Now that looks a decent ball.
Barcelona really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop. Messi! And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Beckham can see things others simply cannot. And it's Rooney. Messi. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Plays a sharp little ball here. Lovely feet. And Messi! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Mateus makes a dash for it. Oh, some astute defending there. Bina to Messi. Nice bit of trickery. That's a good run he's making there. He won't be happy with that one. And it's half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So between them, no goals at all so far.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. So right back into the action. So the first half brought no goals. Xavi, a player whose confidence, whose sense of adventure rubs off on all of those around him. Lopez. Platini. Rodri. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Messi. Pass somewhat off target. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Rodri. Pacho kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, look at the space here. Shapes to shoot! And that's a tidy finish. It is the pick-me-up they all longed for. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
The first breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Look at the space. Shot a goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Raya gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Cambodia are looking to go forward now. And it's Lopez. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Lopez! Camavinga in acres of space out wide. Shoots! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Substitution on the field. Number 3.
So we have movement on both benches.
7.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Number 9.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Fernandez!
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism.
Xavi! And that's a real chance missed.
Xavi has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
And the keeper beats it away. Molina. Well read, and the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's found the way. And the shot! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Barcelona now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question: how long is there left, including stoppages?
And it's Maldini. Cross from Maldini. And the keeper gets his hands on it. And that is the last of the action. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.